Welcome to Fab Talk with Trish M, prophet, pastor, teacher, CEO of Trish M Enterprises, author, wife, mother, and your podcast host. If you're ready for the word, the way, and the truth, then this podcast is for you. Get ready for another level in the things of God, motivation, inspiration, and empowerment that's going to catapult you to new dimensions. Hold on tight. It's time for Fab Talk with your girl, Trish M. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Fab Talk with your girl, Trish M. Happy fabulous day to you. I pray that God is doing some amazing things for you on your behalf, your family, your ministry, your business, your finances, whatever it is. I'm speaking blessings into your atmosphere because I know that we're in a time in a season where God is up to big things like never before. Y'all listen to me. This is the year of the church, and I am excited about it. The year of the church means the year of God's people, the year of those that love God, have a heart for God, and just down like four flat tires with God, okay? God is increasing favor. He's increasing abundance. He's increasing wealth. He's increasing next level. He's increasing divine connections. Y'all, this is that year. I pray that y'all receive that by faith. You know I'm going to talk about it on Fab Talk with your Shem. I talk about the good in the hood. I give you the yummy for your tummy, which is just your soul. Listen, I give you the word, the way, and the truth. Okay. Yes, indeed. So shout out to everyone watching me live on Facebook, on Instagram. I see you on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all those broadcasting systems. Thank y'all so much. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world. And I am super excited that you saw fit to give your girl your time. Okay. Now listen, y'all know I'm not on here that long. So let me give you the word, the way, and the truth. Last week I came on and I was talking about the power of focus. And so I'm going to give you part 2 of the power of focus. And so before I give you part 2, I just want to do a quick refresh because we're in a season and a time where we got to be more focused than ever before. Yes, y'all, more focused than ever before. Let me tell you, you know why I'm telling you that? Because so many distractions are out there right now. So many distractions are coming left and right. They're trying you. Listen, the enemy is trying you to see how bad you want it. The enemy is trying you to see if you're going to be in it to win it. Come on, somebody. The enemy is trying you. There are tests. I said this before. There's frustration before the elevation. And we got to know that we know that in the middle of it all, no matter what comes our way, we're going to be focused, steadfast, and determined. We're going to do whatever God is requiring of us, and we're going to fight. We're going to press our way, okay? And so I want to start with the scripture, Proverbs 4:25. It says, let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you, because the enemy knows if I could get it to look over here, if I could get it over there, if I could get him around in a circle, I can keep him from going forward in the way that God has designed. Let me tell you something. That's what happened to Lot's wife. God said, keep looking forward. Don't look back, because I got next level for you. I'm saving you for something. I'm doing a new thing. And I want you to keep looking forward. Don't look back. And we know the story in the Bible. Lot's wife looked back like God didn't mean what he said. What he had said was, he gave vivid instructions. God, don't look back. Okay. And so that's what I'm telling you today. Don't look back. Like if you look back, I love to say this. If you look back, you make sure you're looking back for a testimony of what had happened was, or what God had done was. And you know that when you look back, you're sharing something with someone to empower and to equip them to know that God did it for you and you're on next level breakthrough kind of stuff. Okay. So God is saying in Proverbs 4:25, let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you, because he's saying, lo, I do a new thing. Can you not perceive it? And Lot's wife was just stuck. She was stuck on stupid. She was stuck on old stuff. She was stuck on relationships. She was stuck on the bondage that she was in, that she didn't even know she was in it until she looked back and realized how deep she was in it. And so just be encouraged that as I talk to you about focus, as I talk to you about steadfastness, as I talk to you about next level, it's gonna take you being focused. And the first step that I gave in being focused was number one, you have to eliminate distractions. You got to eliminate distractions. That could be relationships, that could just be people in general, that could be TV, that could be social media, that could be any and everything that's hindering you, that's taking and consuming your time from being the best version of you, from focusing on the best thing that God has for you for such a time as this. And in eliminating distractions, I talked about, if we're going to receive everything God has for us, we got to use focus blocks of time. That means that we have to make sure that we are using our time wisely. We have to make sure that we are just really structuring ourselves so that we're not stretched any and everywhere. Because listen, you're like that rubber band. If you keep stretching beyond what you're called to do, then you're going to break. And who wants to be broken in a season where God is trying to uplift, empower, strengthen, and take us to another level? Who wants to spend time just in a broken hot mess? All right. So that's why you have to make sure, I have to make sure that we're using focused blocks of time. The third thing was we got to practice mindfulness. We got to practice how we feel, when we feel, what we're doing, when we're doing it. That is being mindful of where we are in this now season. That's being mindful of our atmosphere, mindful of our priorities, mindful of what we do, when we do it, and how we do it, mindful of our attitudes. Are we snapping every time you look around because we're frustrated, we're stressed out, we're broke, busted, and disgusted? We have to be mindful of where we are right now and how we're handling where we are right now. Okay. Practicing mindfulness is, it develops a state of good mental health. It develops a state of you know what you're doing, you understand purpose, you understand season and time, because you're being mindful of where you are, you're being mindful of what you're doing. Not only that, the fourth thing that I talked about was think about your goals. I said every single day when you get out of that bed, when you set wheels in motion, you should be thinking about your goals. What Every day you should have a goal. You should be establishing short term and long term goals. Short term could be daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. Long term is more than a year out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years out. Who are you? Where you want to be? What would you like to have accomplished in those allotted times? When I get up every day, I have I go back to number two, a focus block of time where I focus on my goals. I focus on what this day is going to bring me. I focus on where I'm going. I focus on the intent of this day. I focus on commanding my day. Come on, somebody. And part of your goals is commanding your day to be what you say it is. Like my goal is that I'm going to have a day of abundance. I'm going to have a day of wealth attraction. I'm going to have a day of favor. And so because I have a goal in mind of what my day looks like, I can wake up and command my day. I can command money to be attracted to me, success to be attracted to me, divine connections to be attracted to me, wealth and abundance to be attracted to me. See, when I set particular goals, I can then begin exercising my voice, because God says there is power of life and death in the tongue. So I can begin to use my voice to vocalize those goals. Not only do I write a vision, but I can speak the vision into existence. Vision is merely goals for your next level, goals for your day, goals for your life, goals for breakthrough. So if I write it down, I'm thinking about it, I'm putting it into action, but I'm also speaking. As a prophet of God, I believe in speaking in the atmosphere in which I dwell. But I know that that just isn't for prophets. God says that there is power of life and death in your tongue, and He did not limit that to a prophetic person. So I want to challenge you when you get out of the bed every single day, command your day. Get out of the bed thinking about what that day is supposed to look like. Speak it into the atmosphere. I just declare and decree that today is going to be a day of breakthrough. I declare and decree that this is going to be a day where increase is all around me, that money is coming in my hands, that I am blessed to be a blessing, that my light will shine in darkness, that I will impact somebody like never before. See, when you can wake up and you can step foot out of that bed and open up your mouth because you have a goal for the day, because you have a goal for the day, you can command that day to be what your goal is, because you understand that you are shifting things with your mouth. You're using your mouth to speak things into existence. The Bible talks about speaking those things that are not as though they were. When we step foot out of the bed, we don't know what the day is going to bring. So it's not yet, but we can speak what we want into existence by simply opening up our mouth, decreeing a thing, and believing by faith that it will be established. So I will say this: as you think about your goals, as you get out of the bed that day and you command your day, don't just speak it, meaning don't just talk it, walk it out like you already know that it's already happened. When I come into my building and my office, I already know that today is filled with favor. Today is filled with abundance for my business, that clients are attracted to me. Money is attracted to me. Wealth is attracted to me. Somebody's going to walk through my door and they're going to be a divine connection. I have that mindset because I set strategic goals. I have a vision for my day. And so one of the things I challenged last week is don't haphazardly go through your day without a vision, without a goal, and without decreeing what that goal is. Even if you have to decree it to yourself, remind yourself of what you're about to tap into. Remind yourself about what God is doing. Remind yourself of where you're going in this day. Remind yourself of the benefits of opening up your mouth and speaking things in existence, because there is so much power in your tongue. We can create what we want to see by opening up our mouth. Here's another thing. Why do you think networking is so powerful? As a business owner, here's one of the reasons why and you don't have to be a business owner to catch this, right? Networking is so powerful because you get to meet people and you get to speak who you are into existence. You get to speak who you are into an atmosphere that didn't even know you. And because you're opening up your mouth and you're sharing who you are with other people, you're sharing your vision, you're sharing who God has called and destined you to be with other people. Now, guess what? Somebody else gets a chance to hear the vision. Somebody else gets a chance to decide if they want to connect with you. Somebody else gets a chance to decide if they want to buy from you, if they want to bless you, if they want to do things at another level with you. Why? Because you open up your mouth, you established who you are, you confirmed who you are to them, you said it with confidence, you said it with boldness, you said it with faith, knowing that God is divinely connecting you. But here's the thing: a closed mouth don't get fed, honey. Let me tell you something. When you think about goals, when you think about vision, you got to open up your mouth. I'll share this with you. I am so weak. Like, that's a weak area for me at networking, right? Like me, I'm an introvert by nature. So coming in and just being like, hey, yo, I'm Trish M. I'm in the building. How are you? I take women to a fabulous new level by da 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 da. That's not me naturally. But God had to tell me, He was like, listen, honey, you can't have the divine connections without opening your mouth to connect. You can't have divine connections without boldly decreeing into the atmosphere who you are and what you do. You can't, it's not that you're not confident. Like there's a fine line between being confident and being arrogant. Like people can tell arrogant people, right? But when you're confident in who you are, you don't mind sharing goals. You don't mind sharing vision. You don't mind sharing who you are. And yeah, it may be a little bit uncomfortable at first because that's not a natural gift. My husband, he has a natural gift with just going up and talking to people about vision and who he is and what he do. I don't have that natural gift. So I have to fight a little bit harder to just say, hey, yo, I am the fabulous specialist. And it sounds a little bit like, okay, who is you? Who are you again? Oh, yeah, I specialize in all things fabulous. I take women to a fabulous new level, spirit, soul, and body. Check out my mentoring programs. I've been mentoring and training people, developing women for years. And I love how God is moving. You know what I'm saying? It takes confidence. It takes boldness, and it takes you getting out of your comfort zone, because guess what? Part of your goal is to be able to divinely connect, because you don't know who has your next level. I'm going to say that again. You don't know who has your next level. You don't know why God is putting you in spaces and places with people. You don't know in the marketplace when you go into Walmart, just by you simply sharing something with someone, what kind of door that can open. So let me tell you, I got to say this again. Don't be afraid to share vision. Don't be afraid to share goals. Don't be afraid to speak into the atmosphere, who you are, what you do. Don't be afraid to command the day to be what you need it to be, because what you're doing is you're taking goals and you're taking vision and you're speaking it into existence. You're speaking it and you're walking by faith, knowing that as you decree it, so shall it be. Come on, somebody. And so now we go into the fifth way of the power of being focused. The power of being focused, you are able to be grateful in advance. I tell all my mentees, listen, you need a journal. And this journal is a gratitude journal. In this journal, you're going to intentionally be focused on how God has blessed you. And you're going to say, you know what? I am grateful for this day. I'm grateful that yesterday my husband cooked dinner and brought me food upstairs. I'm grateful that my son hugged my neck and said, Mom, I love you. Did you have a good day? That he was concerned about my day. I'm grateful for all the clients, the customers that walked through the door, or the clients that sent me an email that said, Trish, I really want you to take care of this for us because I believe in you. I believe in your team. I am so grateful for the money that flowed into my bank account yesterday. I am so grateful for the bills that I was able to pay. See, when you can break down gratitude, see, people think gratitude, oh, I thank God I live to see another day. But when you are focused on being grateful every single day, it's no longer, oh God, I thank you that you woke me up this morning. I thank you for friends and family. Now you can be specific in your gratitudes about small things that happen in your day. I like to wake up in the morning time. I like to have my gratitudes to go the day before. For example, if I waking up this morning, I would go back and have that special focused meditation time where I sit back and look at the day before and find moments of gratitude. What happened in yesterday that I could write about this morning and say, God, I'm so grateful because this happened. I'm so grateful that the UPS guy came back to deliver those packages to us even when we were closed early. He came up earlier than his normal time, but he said, you know what? I'm going to come back and I'm going to deliver those boxes to Trish M because I know she probably needs that. That was favor, God. He didn't have to come back, but he did. See, I could go back in my day, and I like to write 5 things down from the day before because I'm focused on 5 things. Why? 5 is the number of grace. I like to go back in my day and say, God, this is how you graced me. This is how you blessed me. This is how you showed up on my behalf. And because you showed up on my behalf, let me show up and give gratitude for what you've done. See, the power of gratitude, the power of focus helps us to be grateful for so many things. And we can intentionally focus on things throughout our day that we can say, thank you, God, for. Thank you, God, for. Not the typical, oh, you woke me up this morning. You started me on my way. The things that we would say as a child. Because when we were as a child, we thought as a child, and it's not to say that you're not grateful for the day. We are grateful for the day. But there are other things that you could find to plug in. And because that's so normal, God, I just thank you for another day. That's so normal that we don't really dig deep to see exactly how God has blessed us. see exactly how God has brought us through. The power of gratitude comes when you take advantage of the power of being focused and having intentional time to sit down and tell God, I thank you. The next one, and this is a good one, y'all. You got to be ruthless with your time. Come on, somebody. I got to say that again. Be ruthless. Ruthlessly cut off the fluff. Ruthlessly say no. Ruthlessly focus on your goals. Ruthlessly delegate something else to somebody else, to anybody else that could do it. Like, with me, I could do so many things in my company, my business, but there's the power of delegation because there's so much to do in a day. Like, you can't be everything to everybody. And so often we stretch ourselves so that we could try to be, and we could try to do, and we could try to, be on the phone because my girl needs to talk. Gotta send all these text messages and all these emails. Gotta call this. I gotta do that. I gotta show up here. I gotta show up there. And if we take advantage of the power of being focused, we will find little holes in our time throughout the day where we shouldn't even be spending that time there. We will find that we have given our time, which is so precious, to frivolous things and frivolous people. Listen, everybody can't afford your time. I got to say that again. Come on, y'all. Listen to me. Listen, Linda. Everybody can't afford your time, and everybody do not deserve your time. Okay. Like, you have people that could be backbiting, could be talking about you, could care two flips of a penny for you, are there, but they like it when you're there, but when you need somebody, they have there. Everybody's not deserving of your time, and you have to make sure that you acknowledge that you are aware of that. Y'all, let me tell you, I got to give you the scripture, right? Your time is so precious and so valuable. But if you don't see how valuable your time is, you will continue to dish it out like it ain't nothing. You will continue to just allow any and everything to have pieces of you. Social media don't deserve a lot of your time. People don't deserve a lot of your time. Reality TV show enough don't deserve a lot of your time. So you got to be ruthless with your time when it comes to people, when it comes to things, when it comes to situations. You got to be able to say, you know what, I can't give this that much time and attention, because what it does is it's a distraction. It could be in the form of people. It could be in the form of things. It could be in the form of situations and circumstances. Like, eventually it becomes a distraction. And so one of if I had to give you a scripture to help you in a situation like this, I would give you Matthew 7:6, the NIV version. It says, do not give dogs what is sacred. Do not throw your pearls to pigs. If you do, they may trample them under their feet and turn and tear you to pieces. See, you giving your time and attention to people that may be tearing you up on the other side. They may be talking about you, lying on you, manipulating, cheating. You giving your time and attention to things like social media, reality TV, or I don't know what it is. You figure it out, or the family, or whatever it is, and it's like you're giving them what is so sacred, because the one thing you can never get back is time. You can get your money back, right? Somebody can pay you back what they borrowed, or you can make it back times 10, times 100, right? You can get money back. You can gain new friends. You can increase your family. But you can't get time back. Like, you can't go out on the street and time be laying on the street and be like, oh, let me grab these 30 minutes of my time and add this to my time. You can't get time back. The only person that I recall in the time that actually got time back was a person in the Bible. I believe it was King Hezekiah, when he was supposed to die, and he asked God for more time. Getting more time is like a miracle, y'all. Listen to me. Getting more time is a miracle. It's sacred, and God was like, you know what, Hezekiah, because of your heart and because of what you've done, I'm gonna give that to you. That was a miracle from God. That was a blessing from God, because Hezekiah He was on allotted time. We're all on allotted time that we can't give back. We have to understand that our time is sacred. We cannot give dogs our what is sacred. That the dog is just a symbolism of something that just wants to take from you, something that just wants to take from you. Take from you, take from you. He said, don't throw your pearls to pigs. Now look at the easy to read, the ERV version. It says, don't give something that is holy to dogs. They will only turn and hurt you. Like you have invested so much time into so many people or so many situations. And like, it's like, well, I invested all this time and I did this for them and I did that. And at the end of the day, you end up getting your feelings hurt or getting your life hurt because guess what they did? They took your time. They took all that you sold into them and they turned on you. They hurt you in some kind of way. And it says, and don't throw your pearls to pigs. They will only step on them. So until you begin to value your time and you will look at your time as something so sacred, you won't be able to tap into the full potential of who you are and what you're called to do. You have to focus. You have to focus on being ruthless with your time. Come on, somebody. I pray this is blessing you, right? All right. This is part two of the power of focus. And so I'm ending it today. I got a few more left. Y'all hold on. Now, number 7 is one of my favorite. It in the power of focus. If you want to have power in your focus, you got to create a system for focus. Listen to me. This is going back to setting goals, setting vision, being ruthless with your time, thinking of, all of that, being grateful. You got to set a system in place for being focused. Like your system, a system is just an A to Z way of how you do things. You got to create an A to Z way of how you plan on being focused. Okay. Here's the thing, like your goals or your vision for the day. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to set a lot, some meditation time, prayer time, some focus time, gratitude time. I'm going to work out. I'm going to have this meeting at this time. I'm going to make sure I do this. And so I have a system in place that, see, when you have a system in place for being focused, like everything runs smoothly. Like my team knows that when we come in on a Monday or when we come in on a Thursday, we come in on a Friday, every day has a system. Every day has a plan. Every day has an opportunity for us to develop, for us to grow, for us to expand. We have a system for every single day. And if you don't have a system that allows you to be focused, you're going to find yourself scattered. You're going to find yourself everywhere. You're going to find that it's hard to be grateful, have that journaling time for gratitude. You're going to find it's going to be hard for meditation and prayer time, where it's just you and God, where you want to sit at the feet of Jesus and really give him some time and attention, or just reading the word or listening to the word. You're going to find that it's really hard because you don't have a strategic system in place as to the how to, the when to, and the what to. Okay. And so you got to have a time where you take care of you, where your mental health is a priority. You got to have a system in place where your family is a priority. God is a priority. Your business or your job is a priority, where you are a priority. And if you don't systematize this, chances are you're going to live in a scattered world. And eventually that's going to stress you more than it bless you. Eventually, I'll say that again, that's going to stress you more than it bless you, because you're going to find that you're everywhere, that you're doing so many things, you're being so many things to so many people, and you keep casting your pearls to swine. You keep casting your pearls to situations and to people and the circumstances. And before you know it, your mental health is off balance. Like you're it's unstable and you're double-minded. You're everywhere. You forgetting what you're supposed to be doing and you're doing other things, or somebody may come and ask you to do stuff and you're the yes man or the yes woman. And so you got to make sure that your systems are in place when it comes to your life, when it comes to your ministry, which is your relationship with God, when it comes to your job or your business. You got to make sure that you have systems in place. When I go home, there is a system in place that my family has. When I come to work, there are systems in place that we walk through, that we go through. When I have my time with God, there's a system in place as to how I flow, and the timing, and what I do in that focused time with God. There are systems in place. So if you want to utilize the power of being focused, you have the power to create a system that's going to make you stand out and be who you need to be for the glory of God. And another thing, the power of focus will help you clear up clutter. Like, you have got to clear up the clutter in your room, in your office, in your house, your closets. Clear out the clutter so that you could feel more balanced. You could feel more refreshed. You could feel like you're going somewhere, like right now. And I want to say this. Clearing out the clutter is a process. Like right now, I'm cleaning out my closets, cleaning up my rooms and my bathrooms. But as I do that, I see a mess. But I got to keep reminding myself, just keep building, just keep doing what you do. You know, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? One bite at a time, one day at a time. The clutter will be eventually gone, and you're going to have the space that you want. But you got to first take steps of clearing out the clutter. You got to get the mess out of your life. You got to get the junk out of the trunk. You got to get the issues out of the tissue. Clearing up the clutter could be in your home. It could be in your mind. It could be in your soul, your spirit, where you have emotions that are not conducive for growth and prosperity. You have to understand, where is the clutter? Where is the junk in my trunk? Where is it? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to just completely throw away, whether that's spiritually, mentally, emotionally, relationally, physically, when it comes to your house, when it comes to your office. Like, you have to clear out the clutter, because there is power in the clearance. I got to say that again. There is power in the clearance. Okay. All right. And let's see here. I have one more to end it all. After you have strategically focused on being focused, and you're setting things in place, you're being a visionary, you're clearing out clutter, you're being ruthless with your time, you're thinking about goals, you got gratitude journals going, you're doing all of these things to promote next level. You're getting out of the distractions, and you got focused blocks of time, and you're practicing mindfulness. Now, one of the things I really need you to do in focusing, you got to focus on rewarding yourself. Like, at the end of the day, if you're being strategic, if you're being focused, if you're being steadfast, if you're being determined, reward yourself. You got to clap for yourself for the small wins. Get your nails done, get your feet done, go get a manicure, go buy yourself some ice cream or some yogurt, take yourself out to dinner, go buy you some clothes, treat yourself with some clothes or shoes. I have no problem. Like, this is not a weakness for me. I have no problem in rewarding myself when I feel like I've accomplished something, especially when I've accomplished something. Oh, I'm going to get me a reward. Oh, go buy me some shoes. Okay. I'm going to buy me something that makes me feel like I've accomplished something in life. Like, I've done something in my life, like I've achieved something. What represents that? Is it a purse? Is it a certain type of car? Is it just a certain type of shoe? I don't know what it is, but find a way to appreciate you. I got to say that one more time. Find a way to appreciate you, right? If nobody else appreciates you, you have to appreciate you. You have to reward you. You have to clap for yourself. You have to speak to yourself. You got to be your biggest support ever when you don't feel it. You got to tell yourself, yo, I got you. Okay, Trish, I got you, girl. What you need? A little bit of motivation. Let me pull out some notes I got on some declarations, or let me let you listen to your affirmations that you got recorded. Let me let you listen to your vision plan, because you recorded that too, to remind yourself when you have these little down moments. Okay. You have to be your biggest support and your biggest rewarder. You can't rely on your spouse or your best friend or your mama or your daddy. You have to be your biggest rewarder. It is great for your spouses to reward you. And I'm not saying you got to go out and spend a lot of money. I just gave you some practical ways to reward you by speaking over yourself, by clapping for yourself, acknowledging yourself. Do something simple like get some ice cream. It don't have to be big ticket items, but you have to reward you. Because if you're going to do all of these things I tell you to do, you're going to be more focused. You're going to be more steadfast. You're going to be this visionary. You're going to do all of these things. If you're going to do the work, reward yourself because you deserve it. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to get up out of here. I pray that this has truly, truly blessed you on today and that you're ready to dig in, to be more focused than you've ever been, because God is doing some next level stuff and it's going to take some people that are willing and obedient to tap in. And to tap in, you got to be more focused than you've ever been. All right. We got this. Because God got us. All right. So that's all I have. I pray that part 1 and part 2 has been a blessing to you on the power of being focused. Make sure to share this with somebody, tag someone, and let them know. Say, girl, you need to hear this, dude. You got to hear this. Trish M breaks it down. Okay, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. But don't forget, let's go out and let's be fabulous on purpose and with purpose. God bless. I love you, and I'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in to Fab Talk with Trish M. Do your girl a favor. Share this broadcast on all your social media platforms. Invite a friend to tune in. Help this podcast reach the nation. We all need Jesus, y'all. You sharing this broadcast helps me to reach the masses. If I'm blessing you, then bless your girl back. Share the broadcast. Give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. I got work to do for the King, and I need your help. I appreciate you tuning in to this segment. I'm looking forward to rocking with you on the next episode of Fab Talk with your girl, Trish M.